But there was one city-state which had military power, which appeared that it might come to dominate all of Cleisthenes Greece. In the south of Greece, around the reed beds of the river Eurotas, lay the city-state of Sparta. The Spartans were brought up from birth to be soldiers, raised in the field, separated from their families, their lives structured around discipline and war.
The center of an average Spartan man's life was his barracks, and he was brought up to be a military man.
The Spartans lived a life stripped of comforts, with few possessions apart from their weapons, and their cloaks dyed red to conceal their or their victims' blood.
Spartans were brought up to put up with anything, and all sorts of stories, the best being of a visiting Sybarite visiting Sparta, eating the local food and saying now he understood why the Spartans were so willing to die, because death was as nothing to eating their food.
The Spartans were ruthless expansionists. By Cleisthenes' time, they had conquered all of the surrounding regions, more than 4,000 square miles. And they had reduced these conquered populations to a slave class known as the Helots. The Helots were forced to work in the fields for their Spartan overlords, and they were ruled with an iron fist.
The Spartans every year declared war on the Helots, and the point of this was partly, of course, to reinforce their sense of identity as a warrior community, but also, rather calculatingly, to make it legitimate to kill a Helot. And Helot culling, as opposed to killing, was a regular practice.
If there was any part of Cleisthenes Greece that looked like it might build an empire, it was Sparta. For the rest of the Greeks, they were a threat, always on the horizon.